What up, SNA Assassinators? This is Super Ninja Austin back here with another video. And this is the wrestling news on November 15th, 2024. And and yeah, and we're going to be talking about the wildest and intriguing news stories and rumors that you assassinators need to know from the Wrestle Talk article. And yeah, if there's one thing that you noticed about me, I'm gonna give you 5 seconds to let me know in the comments what it is. Okay, like I did a little shaving, of course, yeah, last night, and done my style and a new look when it comes to the facials. Well, I showed you assassinators this before, but I'm gonna try to do some different kinds of shaving techniques, like with a little lineup, like maybe like still have like a little parts of my facial hairs, but only just a little zag, like a zigzag line, I guess you could say. I rock into that facial hair once it grows back, of course. But but yeah, for now, let's talk about what's in the news in the world of professional wrestling. Starting things off with WWE signs a Bloodline family member, and it's finally has been confirmed. A Bloodline family member has been confirmed to have signed with WWE along with several other names. Last week, news broke that Bloodline family member Lance in Hawaii had signed with WWE after the 32-year-old was spotted wearing WWE NXT gear in a picture posted on to social media by a WWE referee. While a report like shortly after would confirm that in Hawaii had signed with WWE over the summer, it would also be revealed that he was currently sidelined with injury. Like WWE had yet to officially unveil the former MLW star as a member of the company until today on November 15th, as WWE NXT posted a picture of the latest class of new signings joining the brand, including Jacob. I mean, not Jacob, what's his name? What's about to say Jacob? I meant to say Lance in Hawaii, right down below. Well, you can see them. They tweeted out that the future is looking bright. Hashtag WNXT. With caption of the photo. And as well, as in Hawaii, other notable names in the latest class of signings, including recent NXT debutant Zarya and former NFL players like Trillion Williams and Elijah Holyfield, who is the son of a heavyweight champion boxer. Great, great, the great Evander Holyfield. Other new WWE signings names seen in the picture below includes Karen Best, track and field athlete who was part of the 2024 SummerSlam tryouts, and Mr. Camden Gagnon, like former defensive lineman, who was part of the 2024, who was also was part of the 2024 SummerSlam tryouts, and Bailey Humphrey, gymnastic, who was part of the SummerSlam tryout, and then Darcy Kahn, like a former track and field athlete, in Chase Clean, a former football linebacker, and not to mention, Kyle Kalink, like a former of and former football linebacker, Serena Linton, like a, a former WWE NIL signing, and then yeah, and last but not least, Haley Montoya, like played women's volleyball in the University of Buffalo. And what are your thoughts on WWE finally confirming that Lance and Hawaii is now officially a WWE superstar? And does this mean we're gonna probably see him on WWE television very soon, like at least in NXT? I'll say the only place that you're probably not going to be seeing him anytime soon is probably the main roster, because like even though they teased like that both sides of the bloodline needs a fifth member, but like I'm assuming that we could, but like not, I was assuming that Lance and Hawaii could be a part of Roman's bloodline, but it seems like that's going to be kind of too late now because considering like Monday Night Raw had a double tapings last Monday, and then it's going to be the pre-taped episode of Raw is going to be on this coming Monday, and it kind of spoiled some things like what's to come for the War Games match, like with both Solo and Roman found their fifth member. Well, Roman like probably do not agree with the member that he gotten, but they were all going to agree because what Solo and his fifth member like did to this guy that's going to be a part of Roman's team, which I'm going to say in reference. But you're probably going to hear me talk about it like in the spoilers news story or even the latest episode of Monday Night Raw, maybe both. Like, but I prefer it. If it haven't came up to me yet, like I prefer not to talk about it. And that's the news story. Like I'm not gonna talk about it like until like the Monday Night Raw review video. Like until I watch the show and then review it to you, Assassinators, on what just happened and who's exactly these two guys. That one's gonna team with Solo and the other's gonna team with Roman. But moving on, we got Becky Lynch, like on a on a on a huge return backstage update, where we got some news with Becky Lynch, like of WWE return, a huge return, like backstage update, and the big backstage update has emerged, like of former women's world champion Becky Lynch, who and the possibility of her announcing her WWE return. Becky Lynch last wrestled on the May 27th episode of Raw, like unsuccessfully challenging Liv Morgan women's world title in a steel cage match. Like Lynch's like WWE contract expired like a a few days later, like, and the man like it has been a free agent since then. With Lynch set to appear like at the Vulture Festival on Sunday, November 17th. It has been like heavily speculated that the former champion will make an announcement about her WWE future, especially as Lynch teased that she'd be revealing what's next. A huge backstage update has now emerged, like on plans for Becky Lynch, according to Mike Johnson of PW Insider. Like sources within both WWE and Netflix are expecting Lynch to be back in the mix with the company like ahead of Raw's premiere on Netflix on January 6th. like Lynch's listing on the official article, like for the Vulture Festival, like reads the WWE superstar, trailblazer, and New York Times best-selling author will join us for a conversation about her recent memoir, like Becky Lynch, The Man, Not Your Average Girl. Like we'll look back on her like legendary career, like from her early days, like grinding, like on the road to being in the first ever women's match, like to main event WrestleMania, and just maybe like get a glimpse at what the man has in store for us next. And yeah, Wrestle Talk will continue to provide any updates on the situation as they become available. But what are your thoughts on Becky Lynch making an appearance at the what festival it's called, the the Vulture Festival, like, and do you think she's going to reveal her plans, like what's in store for her in her future in professional wrestling? And do you think those plans may be particularly making a return to WWE? Like, and do you think, and if so, do you think she's going to be making her return at the season premiere on Netflix, perhaps to confront Liv Morgan, or what's she going to be doing on the show? And what kind of program they're going to have her be doing on the premiere show, like for future shows on Raw on the platform. Let me know down in the comments down below on all of those things that I just asked you Assassinators about. Well, let's move on to the next slide. Next up, we got potential spoilers like on WWE New Championship plans. A potential spoiler like has been reported regarding like WWE's plans like for the newly announced Women's United States Championship. On last Friday's SmackDown on November 8th, like General Manager Nick Aldis like made the announcement like that a women's mid card title would be introduced, like that being the Women's United States Championship. The announcement was a welcome one for fans, like, but in the week like that has followed, like we've had no news like as to how WWE will determine like who will become like the inaugural title holder. Like that is until like now. Like, however, as Wrestle Votes like has reported that a tournament like to crown the first women's United States champion will begin on tonight's episode of SmackDown in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, the hometown of one half of the DIY, which is Tommaso Ciampa, of course. But we're gonna probably talk about that on the review video. But anyways, in a post like to Twitter on Wrestle Votes from Wrestle Votes would who would also reveal the first match in said like tournament like is going to be a three-way between Candice LeRae, Bayley, and B-Fab, and it reads on the tweet, sources like indicate a women's United States Championship tournament kicks off tonight on SmackDown with a first round triple threat match between Candice LeRae versus B-Fab versus Bayley, or should I say $1 Million Bayley. But anyway, As as of now, there is no word on what other WWE stars will be competing in the tournament, or whether this will be something that plays out like uh, uh, whether exclusively on SmackDown. But what are your but yeah, before I get into that, I want to say, like, yeah, Wrestle Talk will provide further updates, like, on the Women's United States Championship, like, tournament as when they become available. But what are your take on this tournament for the Women's U.S. Championship, and do you think it's going to be exclusively only on the SmackDown brand, or is it going to also feature some of the girls on Raw to compete for this title as well? Give me your opinions in the comment section right down below. And I think this is a really good idea. Like, what if they're doing a tournament for only for SmackDown, or even for both SmackDown and Raw? I This is a really great idea from WWE to pull something like this off, like with yeah, they could do a showdown like this with their best women to get into the squared circle and try to what they call, like, get into the squared circle and try to see who really deserves a shot at the women's championship, like by doing it by like in a tournament match, whether if it's triple threat or 1-on-1, as long as it's not a battle royal, because they do way too many of those in women's matches. Like when it comes to especially when they earn a shot at the women's championship or get the shot at the women's championship, like the like that battle royal match when Rhea Ripley had to relinquish the women's world championship, which was won by Becky Lynch, and also the Women's United States Championship match was going to face Liv Morgan about almost 2 weeks ago, like about 11 days ago, actually. Yeah. But yeah, like, I think they do a bit too much. So I think I give WWE some praise for that. Like, they do like a tournament, like, and actually treat the women's division fair much as they do to the men's. Like, so there won't be no like favoritism, like who's the best in the business. Well, let me know down in the comment section right down below what's your who do you think is gonna win this match as well? And who's gonna be the first ever U.S. champion, but of the women's division, of course. But moving on forward, we're gonna be talking about Cody Rhodes, like planned opponent for WWE Saturday Night's main event has finally been revealed. And an update has emerged on WWE's plans for Cody Rhodes at the upcoming Saturday night's main event on NBC, which is going to be the special like for Saturday, October. October, not what's October, December. What month? What day of the month was it going to be on? Is it the I'll say, yeah, December 16th, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I think it's December 16th. But with Kevin Owens attacking both Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton on October, fans were waiting for Owens to face off against these two popular stars, like in and with Owens and Orton brawling at Crown Jewel, and Owens taking the Viper out with a pile driver, on November 8th, like SmackDown episode, like there appears to be nobody else standing in the way of a Rhodes versus Owens rematch. And according to Dave Meltzer on his latest edition of the Wrestling Observer newsletter, this match is not slated for Survivor Series. And is instead planned for the December 12th. That's what the day is going to be. Well, I thought it was gonna be the 10th. I don't know. Like I thought that was the day. Like, but it said December 12th. Like with Saturday night's main event, like on NBC special, and on the and then on the Observer newsletter, Meltzer stated, "We've been told like the Cody Rhodes versus Kevin Owens match is slated as the main event for Saturday night's main event." Like on December 14th, like from the not the the Nassau Coliseum. Like so, at least as of earlier this week, wasn't slated on this show. The date for the first Saturday night's main event, like special of 2025, has been revealed, like which you can read more about down below. But uh before we move on to this next news story, I want to ask you, Assassinators, like who what are your reactions to this being a Saturday night's main event instead of Randy Orton versus Kevin Owens, since Cody Rhodes will not be defending his championship against nobody at Survivor Series, especially Kevin Owens. Like, do you think this is the right decision WWE should have done, or do you think that they should have had this match at Survivor Series? Then Randy Orton comes out and helps out Cody Rhodes, retains his WWE Championship. Then Orton and Owens will fight at the December special. But either way, like, I'm not going to complain about it as long as we're going to have a storyline at the Saturday night's main event special, like rather than just something that's like something that's like a random match, like on their weekly pre-taped main event episodes, like on that's on the Peacock series that I'm on their Peacock stream the platform on Peacock, like their main event series, like from comes on like Thursdays, like when it's pre-taped on Mondays on Raw comes on. As long as it's not like that kind of main event, like that's been out since 2012, I don't have no problem with it. As long as it's gonna be like a pay per view kind of caliber show, rather than being some kind of like a like a D plus jobber show. I don't have no problems with it. Like, and I hope they do tell a story like Randy Orton does come back and help Cody Rhodes out. They then try to get a match like in a bigger stage. Like perhaps it's probably going to be on the debut on the Monday Night Raw debut show on Netflix that we can see them have the first encounter. And even if they continue the feud, they could go next month and have another match at with that the Royal Rumble. But I also want to see them competing at the Rumble as well. So I'm not sure what to say about that, but moving on, we got the first WWE Saturday Night's main event, like special of 2025, like has finally been revealed. And then yeah, the date for the next WWE Saturday Night's main event, like special follow next month's upcoming event, has now been revealed. Like in and as we previously announced, like Saturday night's main event, will return on December 14th, like in the December 14th. I thought it was the 12th, but no, I think it's the 14th, like in the the Nassau Veterans Memorial Coliseum in Long Island, New York. Like in And this show will be the first of four quarterly WWE primetime specials for NBC ahead of the revival of this brand of shows. Like the date for the second Saturday night's main event for the second Saturday night's main event special has now been revealed. Yeah, according to Wrestle Votes, like on Twitter, like the second special will take place on January 25th, with the location still to be determined. This would be exactly a week before like the Royal Rumble, like in like yeah, it'll be exactly the week before the Royal Rumble, like 2025, like premium live event, like which will emit emanate like from the Lucas Oil Stadium, like in Indianapolis, Indiana, on February 25th. Like John Cena has now confirmed his plans for Royal Rumble 2025, which you can read more right down below, but we're which we're going to be getting into next. But here's the plans. Even though they don't know what the location is for their next Saturday night's main event, all they know is going to be like towards the end of January of 2025, and which is the 25th, of course. But what are your thoughts on this up the next event's going to be coming more sooner rather than later, rather than waiting for another 12 months for the next Saturday night's main event special? And do you think this is what that WB? This is what do you think that WB needs to do this, like, and to get some of the some of the fans that don't have streaming or cable, like, just watch some more WWE content, even though it's gonna be like a little bit over a month later from next month, like, yeah, but I think this is probably this is probably the best decision to make it more like make it more a little bit more off, like make this like a little bit more often, like rather than just being like just a one and done kind of situation. Even if it's gonna be like you're gonna be doing this like every other year, like in years like in 2024 and then 2025, 6, 7, like let's hope that yeah, this deal that they have with NBC does not end anytime soon. And again, I don't know what to say. Like when SmackDown and NXT lose, I mean, their deals expire with the CW and USA respectively. But I can think of like when they do, like I'm gonna expect them to move those shows into what on the Netflix, and then their deal with Peacock in the next 2 years. Well, when that expires, like something just tells me we're going to be seeing them moving it right over to moving it over to the streaming giant, which is Netflix, which is the OG that created the streaming platform that to watch your favorite movies off of, like all started at. And yeah, but let me know in the comment section right down below. Do you want this to happen, or want that to happen, or do you think you like it like it is? Which I would say I'll like it either way, but that's gonna be a different conversation for a different day. But we're gonna move on to some John Cena news as he revealed when's his when his journey's gonna start. And which John Cena teased with a top feud with a top WWE star after the Royal Rumble 2025 announcement. And the 16-time WWE champion has potentially teased a WWE feud with a top star following his Royal Rumble announcement yesterday on the it was the day before then. Yeah, this must have been posted like yesterday, but they're talking about on with his announcement being on the 13th. And I remember that they did announce like John Cena what's it called will be competing at the Royal Rumble like in February 1st, 2025, which is this first Rumble since like in over 7 years. Like when the last time he competed was back all the way back in 2018. But yeah, in an announcement posted like to social media, like yesterday, like it was confirmed that John Cena will be entering his final Royal Rumble match on February 1st, like at Indianapolis, like Lucas Oil Stadium, with no other announcements made for John Cena's 2025 WWE retirement tour. Like one would assume, like that the Royal Rumble will be John Cena's first match, like of the year, like as fans like can speculate regarding potential feuds that the 16-time world champion like could have uh, throughout the year. Like and one potential program like high on many fans list is none other than the current undisputed WWE champion Cody Rhodes. Someone Cena could potentially face at WrestleMania 41 should he win the 2025 Rumble match. While that remains to be seen, like the Hollywood stars latest Instagram post, like many indicate that Rhodes is potentially on his mind as we approach the Rumble. Like in a hilarious mock-up image like that can be seen below. Cena posted a picture of Rhodes in Stardust attire, like but with with theming of his current American Nightmare character, like as as ever as ever with Cena's IG post, like there was no context given like to the image, like with fans in the comments like theorizing that it was a tease for a WrestleMania match between the two. That remains to be seen. However, it was recently reported that WWE were discussing potentially booking Cena in a world title program at the grandest stage of them all. Like and with Cena sitting at 16 world championship wins, like one more victory, I would see him surpass Ric Flair as the star with the most world titles wins in WWE history. Again, Wrestle Talk will post further updates like on WWE's plans for Cena, like as when they become available. And you can see right here, like the post Cena showed where Cody Rhodes could possibly could tease a future feud with the American Nightmare. And what are your thoughts onto this? And do you think that this could be a sign that John Cena could be facing the WWE? Uh, 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 could be facing the current WWE champion, or do you think this is all just a near coincidence of him, like just found it like on the internet or made it himself, like with some what's that, some AI art, like what would Cody would him curiously looking in a perspective like what would Cody Rhodes would look like if like with this American Nightmare persona along with his Stardust character. WWE impersonations. That's a good question. I can do like someone like Drew McIntyre, like CM Punk is a hypocrite. I'll say that's the only impersonation I can think of right now I could do. And Gunta, yeah, that's the other one too. I am the Ling General or General or whatever he says it. Like, hopefully it didn't sound like very bad at it. But and what's the other wrestler I could do? What other impersonations I could do? Oh yeah, I gotta put the umph into general. Yeah, that's true. But yeah, that's the only two I can think of right now. Like, yeah, the Scottish Warrior. Like, like you used to be banger after banger, but lately it's been burger after burger after burger. But anyways, I'll say favorite heels and favorite faces. Hmm. Probably like from both WWE and AEW, I would say the baby faces, Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton, Roman Reigns, uh, who else the other guys are? Rhea Ripley, Damian Priest, and what's the other one? Who else not like lately? And yeah, obviously, both Cena and Mysterio still like even though they're past. They're going a little bit past their prime, and they're on their way to retirement. But I want to add them onto that list. And I'll say the heel side. Oh yeah, uh, I'll say the heels. I'll say Drew McIntyre for sure. Uh, I'm not sure if I'm much of a Gunther fan, despite imitating his voice. Like with especially when I imitate him when he sees some guys on AEW doing the knife edge chop, like in mockery. Oh yeah, he is very. He's a total underrated heel. Yeah, The Miz is for sure. I'll say maybe he could be a part of my list too because he's been doing some very intriguing work with the Final Testament and the White Six lately. And yeah, he really haven't been appreciated as a world championship in two of his occasions. Looking for any returns? I would say Becky Lynch for sure. Yeah, I'll say hopefully she does makes return like to the squared circle in WWE, and maybe even be revisit a program with Liv Morgan, like at the because rumor has like on this on the latest wrestling news on Wrestle Talks article, they said that Becky could be returning at the premiere on Netflix, and she could reveal like some I'll say some clues about that, like to us, like on on their latest appearance at the Vulture Festival. And is there any more returns that I'm looking to expect? I'll say maybe the final boss as well. I'll say definitely John Cena, but we all know when he's going to be coming back. But I'll say the final boss is the second favorite of my list of wrestlers to return in the ring. And if there's like any like returns that mean like legendary wrestlers, like I'll say I can think of like a top. I'll say maybe a top five list that I can think of, like number one, the Hardy Boys, because I want to see them have one final run with WWE, even though they are in TNA and they're doing their work as TNA Tag Team Champions. But I hope that one day we will see them go back and win Tag Team Championship gold. Like number two goes to Batista because like the last match, I'm not sure how to put it, like in a nice way, but I think I hope that he could check. Even though he did say it like in interviews, I think he wants to keep that as like his last final retirement match. But I sure hope he does get some kind of a match and change his mind, like in some capacity. I no like who's gonna be the fifth member of the Bloodline on the solos group. I think it's gonna. I know who's it gonna be, but as much as I wish it was Zillafatu or even what like Zillafatu or Hekaleo, I don't think it's gonna be either of those wrestlers because WWE kind of spoiled on their double taped episode of Raw that they pre-taped this past Monday, like for next week's Monday. They kind of revealed, but I'm not gonna give no details into, but they kind of reveal who it was, and it's kind of disappointing. Like if I'm being completely honest, like because like it just don't make any sense in storyline wise, but I still think the match is still going to be pretty good in storytelling like itself. It's going probably gonna be John Cena last year. What do you mean by that, Mister? Mr. Thiven or Thiven. Like, yeah. Let me know in the comments below. I hope I pronounced that correctly. I guess I'll call you Thiven or Thiven. Yeah, Thiven. If that's okay with you, Assassinator. If you want to be an assassinator, of course. But yeah. But I can't remember one or three legendary wrestlers that I want to see back. I could say The Undertaker, like for a couple of reasons, but I guess I'll add that on the list. Number four, I'll say maybe if there's some reason why he left AEW, Chris Jericho, like in retirement, yeah, that's right, yeah, I yeah, I'll say who could be John Cena's final opponent? Some say Randy Orton. That could be on my top 5 list, but it has to be somebody that he either never wrestled before or it's somebody that he haven't wrestled in years. I'll say he should fight for the final time. And Randy Orton's one of those guys that he faced off. Yeah, I kind of miss the Y2J gimmick too, but I mean he's doing pretty good stuff on AEW as the learning tree. And you see me on my review videos that I always put him in the goofy wrestling list. Is because maybe it's mostly about because of his learning tree student, the Bad Apple Brian Keith, because that man always cracks me up, and he always cares about his teacher Chris Jericho. Like nobody disrespects him, or is he gonna whoop their rear ends? Yeah, basically. But yeah, like he's doing some pretty good stuff. Like, but if there's any reason he did left AEW, I sure hope he does come back to WWE and for one final run, and he can wrestle in this new era of WWE, which is the Renaissance era. Yeah, I would agree, and even my brother would agree with you on that too. Like because that was our favorite WWE rivalry of all time, John Cena versus Randy Orton. I remember back 15 years ago, me and my brother always pretend to be the cosplay. My brother cosplayed Randy Orton because that was his number one favorite guy. While John Cena was my favorite guy, and I used to pretend to play as him. And we always and my brother used to have the spinners belt that looked exactly like at the time, and we always pretend to be like them to see who's gonna win, with the attitude adjustment each other and RKO and each other and stuff like that. Those are the good old days back from 2008, 2009 era days. I'll say 2009, yeah, like when they had that big rivalry, from every single pay-per-view, yeah. You too, you did that with your cousin, yeah. It's just like that's a small world when it comes to WWE, yeah. But yeah, like that was the good old days, like from the early modern PG era days. Like, yeah, like that was my favorite days to remember with, yeah. But yeah, but I want to ask you this question before I move on to the next wrestling news story. Who were you playing as? You were playing as the John Cena side, or like your favorite assassin, Super Ninja Austin, or you were as Randy Orton, like the assassin's brother. But yeah, but yeah, you were John Cena too, yeah. Welcome aboard, yeah, yeah. Like John Cena was the man back in the day, like him and Randy Orton, yeah, as the faces of WWE. And I believe they still both are to this day, even in their 40s. Like they still can go around, like if they're wrestling still in their 20s and 30s. Yeah. Wow, yeah, that's the same like my brother. Yeah, I mean, I was also a fan of both Randy Orton and CM Punk as well, but yeah, I'll say John Cena was number one on that list. But yeah, like I got so many names, but yeah, Exactly. That goes for every like good guy. Like they always wanted to be a John Cena. Yeah. Like whoever like he because he was like they said he's the face that runs the place. Like he was selling most merchandise for everybody. That's why McMahon did not wanted him to turn heel back like in 2012 because he was selling plenty of merchandise and he was a childhood favorite and like he made Make a Wish visits like for every sick kid like in the hospital around the United States. Like, yeah, like so it was too risky of turning him heel because it would have let all his fans down that was watching at the time. And he was struggling in ratings anyway, so it would been some best business decisions to like and TV decisions to turn him heel. Like if he's gonna be like if he's not going to be selling merchandise like he was, even if the independent and old school wrestling fans, I mean not old school, I mean old school, yeah, old school and the hardcore wrestling fans. That's the term I'm trying to use, yeah. But yeah, and that was the reason why, yeah, he didn't really turn heel, which that's kind of understandable now by looking at it these days. That's why he always been a baby face when it comes to him in WWE wrestling in the company. But anyways, let's move on to the next slide. Let's talk about a released WWE star, stars like first appearance, like allowing like of a departure canceled, like the wrestling return, like the wrestling returns, like appearance, like of Tegan Knox, like going by now Nixon Newell, like following like her WWE release has now been pulled from an upcoming independent event. Like Knox, like and was one of three stars who was recently revealed to be finishing up with WWE, with it reported like on November 1st that she had been released from the company. Like the former Raw star, like was later announced to like announced to for Attack like Pro Wrestling's December 14th to 15th under the Missile Tour like shows. Like Attack have now announced that Knox will no longer be appearing at these shows, like make these appearances possible. Like Attack shared like the following statement. Like we're sorry like to announce that unfortunately Tegan Knox, like aka Nixon Newell, like will no longer be appearing at our under the Missile Tour events like in December, like and we know like this news will be disappointing to the Attack like community, like especially those who have made travel plans for the show. Our fans like are the heart of Attack, like, and we're sorry to let you down. Like, we're already like looking into suitable replacements for the shows, and hope to bring Nixon back to Attack in 2025. However, refunds are of course available on request. But what are your thoughts about this unfortunate news about Tegan Knox not appearing at this independent wrestling show? And then for those that are watching in attendance, who do you want to see in attendance? Like, did you wanted to see her make an appearance? And were you very disappointed? When you heard about the unfortunate news about she's not going to be appearing? Like, and what do you think? What's the reason why Tegan Knox is no showing the event? Like, because due to an injury or family issue or some kind of or some kind of a different kind of personal issue, let me know down in the comment section right down below. Moving on forward, we got some LA Knight. Yeah, okay, that's the other impersonation I can do, along with Damian Priest, like, all rise, the Judgment Day. And, well, he's no longer in the Judgment Day, of course, but I thought, but yeah, like I can try to do those kind of. It's also Seth Rollins' impersonation with his funny laugh, like ha 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 ha, like I am the visionary, I am the revolutionary, I am Seth freaking Rollins. I guess you could say, yeah, yeah, yeah. You get it too, yeah, Mr. Thiven, yeah, yeah. That never gets old. Those catchphrases, like yeah, along with the new, the old school ones too. Like The Rock. If you smell what The Rock is cooking, or that's the bottom line because Stone Cold said so as well. Yeah, and the other those yeah, and the Undertaker. You will rest in peace. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I believe in Joe Hendry. Yeah, that one. Yeah, I see what you mean. But yeah, back to the news report. WWE United States Champion LA Knight, yeah, like has revealed why he sometimes get in trouble, like in the company. I agree. That definitely goes phenomenal when it comes to the entrance. Yeah, for sure. But anyways, perhaps the biggest contributing factor of LA Knight's rise up the WWE ranks has been his entertaining promo skills and catchphrases, like many of which are loudly shouted back at him, like by the WWE audience, like in like and while his promos like have helped him like attain like great success in WWE, the megastar has admitted that they can almost get him into trouble behind the scenes. While speaking to Sports Bible, like Knight revealed like that his preference like of working off the cuff like doesn't always mesh like well with WWE favoring a structured approach like to promo segments. He explains, like sometimes I get myself in trouble, like because I like to work a little bit more of my off, like the stuff, like and sometimes like they WWE management like a little structure. I try to meet them like in the middle on that. Like for me, like I want to listen and react instead like of thinking of all this prefab, like it doesn't feel right like to me. If I want to be like as authentic like as I can like be like that I can be and connect with everybody out there, I need to listen like instead of going out there pre-planned, just being able to be authentically like me has been a godsend. Like sometimes I have to meet them in the middle, but for the most part, they are like we'll let you do your thing, but just don't push it. Like Knight recently passed the 100-day milestone in his first run with the WWE US Championship Gold, with his last defense coming at Crown Jewel, like on November 2nd, a couple weeks ago, where he knocked off both Andrade and Carmelo Hayes. And what are your thoughts on LA Knight revealing that he got himself into trouble, like of taking his character a bit too far? And and I hope that LA Knight does not get into a situation like that again. Like, despite him being himself as his true self, as the LA Knight character, maybe it could be a little troubling. Well, and I don't mean that in a bad way, of course, but yeah, but I hope he doesn't have to face no more punishments in this stay in a Stanford-based company like in anytime soon. But let's move on to the next slide. Let's talk what's in today's wrestling news video with some WWE star addresses potential stealing Dirty Dominic Mysterio from Liv Morgan. And we obviously know this has to be a female, like for obvious reasons, because Dirty Dom likes to steal all the ladies. He is very funny. I totally agree, especially with him trying to say acknowledge me. That's probably my favorite part of him, like of him being funny. Like, yeah, like with it in the segments, that's probably the favorite thing with him trying to sound like the new Roman Reigns, like of being the new tribal chief by saying acknowledge me. Like, he's like you're no longer the tribal chief, Roman Reigns. You lost your title, you lost your tribe, like you lost everything pretty much. Like, man, that makes him the new tribal chief just because Roman Reigns said he's the next tribal chief in line. Like, if anything happens to Roman, but that was only like if he either retired or if he was dead or whatever the reason, or whatever the what's that called, the whatever. Whatever the stipulation was, basically, yeah, like it should have been, yeah, but yeah, he cracks me up, like with him. And then what also cracked me up is it had something to do with Solo, is when Seth Rollins called him out for trying to be like Roman Reigns, when Solo Sikoa this past Monday was trying to offer Seth Rollins be part of the fifth member of the new bloodline, like just given that he has some long time beef with the tribal chief, like in. And this is where Seth Rollins, like, as much as I like to curb stomp his freaking head in, like, he was like, I will never team with Roman Reigns, but I sure as hell wouldn't team with a Roman Reigns wannabe either. And yeah, that's when his reaction, like, with him shocked for him to say that. When Jacob Fatu don't even like that, given that he worships Solo Sikoa, his cousin, like, because he always does this by praying for him. Like, I pray and worship and acknowledge my tribal chief. That's the second guy of the new bloodline that cracks me up as well, of course. But yeah. Like that just had me dying. Like, and even like my brother and my mom like start cracking up when they see me watching him on TV. Also, oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah, yeet. Like he really had to mock his own big brother like that, like Jay Uso, by saying his own catchphrase in that way. Like, yeah, completely like insult to injury, if that's the best term to use. Like, yeah, like he didn't have to go all there. He had to go there and say all that. Like, yeah, that was completely uncalled for. Like, yeet. But yeah. But anyways, we got WWE star and Miss Money in the Bank, and above Barbie herself and center of the universe, Tiffany Stratton, has the possibility on her stealing Dirty Dominic Mysterio from Women's World Champion Liv Morgan. I guess that rant has not ended yet, because I guess Ludwig Kaiser's not good enough for her, so she's gonna have to find another female wrestler find a female wrestler's man to in order to satisfy her. I guess you could say. Hopefully that didn't sound inappropriate when I said it like that. But just saying, because yeah, you never know like what Ludwig Kaiser offers or doesn't offers, like when the cameras are not rolling. But anyways, and I'm not sure if I should even say that, but yeah, with Stratton holding the Money in the Bank contract, like it makes sense like for Liv Morgan to be wary like of the SmackDown star, like who could cash in for a women's world championship match when she wants, whenever she wants. And Morgan appears to be extra reason to keep her distance like from Stratton, like following Stratton asking her Morgan if she also gets Dominic Mysterio when cashing in. During in an interview with the Gorilla Position, Stratton was asked like if taking Dominic Mysterio was part of the plan when she potentially cashes in on Liv Morgan. She replied, I mean, it's up in the air. Like you have to tune in and watch and see what happens. Like noting that she sees the appeal of Dominic Mysterio. Stratton continued, I do see it, like, but I definitely want Liv Morgan's title first, and then we can go from there. I want the gold. While many fans expected Stratton to cash in on Liv Morgan during the Women's Crown Jewel Championship match, like this ultimately didn't happen, and Morgan was able to defeat Nia Jax to become the inaugural Women's Crown Jewel champion. Stratton has teased in the major upcoming event which you can read more right here, which I guess I'll do one more a bonus video before I close this video into this good note of positivity in the SNA podcast. But I want to ask you this question first. Do you think that she will eventually cash in on Liv Morgan? And then if she does, do you think that she's gonna successfully win and not only the women's world championship, but Dominic Mysterio's heart, I guess you could say? Because whoever becomes the women's world champion also gets the bonus perks of Dirty Dominic Mysterio, which I hope that does change very shortly. Like maybe we could see like when a particular female wrestler may do come back, and if they do win the women's world championship, that means like there could be an end of Dirty Dominic Mysterio, and maybe it could be a replacement of a Masked Man. Just keep wishing and keep your fingers crossed. But anyways, yeah, let me know down in the comment section right down below about that. But that will be very interesting to know about. And I see that I'm giving some of my assassinators some funny reactions by giving myself a reference there. But I thought I might just throw it out there anyways. Like, why not? But this is where we got Tiffany Stratton. We got Tiffany Stratton teases a Money in the Bank cash in and for a major up show. And SmackDown star Tiffany Stratton has teased cash in or cashing in her Money in the Bank contract at a major upcoming WWE show. While there has been speculation about Stratton's the eventual cash in since she won the Money in the Bank ladder match in July, speculation has grown since Crown Jewel, with Stratton not cashing in on Liv Morgan or Nia Jax, like many fans predicted she would. And then on that same interview with Gorilla Position, Stratton first noted that the first place in victim of her cash in will be a surprise. and she said, like, oh my goodness, like you guys, I'm never gonna tell you like when I gonna cash in. You guys need to stop asking me. Like it's gonna be a surprise. It's gonna be epic. It's up in the air. So you'll have to tune in and watch and see what happens. Stratton later teased cashing in like the on in the January 6th episode of Monday Night Raw event, like which will be the show's premiere on Netflix. When asked about like her dream match, like for Raw's Netflix premiere, Stratton immediately answered like, I don't know, like maybe I'll cash in there, maybe I won't even have a match, maybe like I'll just cash in uh and and become champion and premiere. You'll have to wait and see. And do you think that's going to be the place that we will be seeing a cash in at that Tiffany Stratton's going to be doing? Or do you think it's just another teaser and we're going to wait more later? I hope it's going to be more later on, but let me know down in the comment section right down below. That's a good question. Who's going to win that fight? It could be either one of these guys, but I think like Mike Tyson's more of a powerful dude, and even though he's in this, still in the, even though he, okay, that okay, but anyways, Assassinators, yeah, I'll say, but even though Tyson's in his 50s now, like that, like the old saying goes, and I heard this from plenty of older friends, age is nothing but a number. So I think it could be Mike Tyson. Even though Jake Paul, I see him knocking dudes out like in boxing matches, but Tyson's a legend and he's a killer like in the game. So I'll say it's gonna probably be a dog fight. Like they're gonna be knocking the hell out of each other, but at the end of the night, like I think it's gonna be Iron Mike Tyson. Yeah, I totally agree with you, Thyvan. Yeah, like that's gonna be who's gonna be the winner. I think it's gonna be like Mike Tyson, but let's hope that he don't bite a body part of Jake Paul off, like including his ears, like which is known as his ears. But like yeah, you Assassinators, let me know in the comments section right down below. And I'm sorry about my nephew. Yeah, yeah, like he always does this on his Uncle SNA's podcast.
I'm trying to watch.
But yeah, this is
Over there.
he sometimes watches wrestling as well. Like and yeah, and he could be just like his father. That like and he'll probably be doing watching some wrestling stuff just like his uncle and his dad and yeah and maybe he could be like the newer version of the generation, like with the family, like with them, like seeing them, like watching. I don't know who's gonna be the future in wrestling, like in WWE or AEW. Who could be like the Randy Orton and John Cena, like of the new generation?
The floor.
Oh shoot! It spilled down. Oh shoot!
Sorry.
You're okay. I'll try to dry it up as soon as I get done with this podcast.
It was an accident.
It was all just an accident. Yeah.
Yes.
But anyways, yeah. I hope. But yeah, I hope that he doesn't bite off the ear of Jake Paul. I know. Yeah. It must happen when he was trying to move out of your way when you're scootering in here. But anyway, back to Tiffany Stratton. Who do you think's gonna win that fight? Like, do you think? I know, but anyway, this is where we. But yeah, let me know down in the comment section right down below. What's your opinion of Tiffany Stratton? Who's gonna catch? I think she should do it at the biggest show, like even over this Netflix premiere. It has the grandest stage of them all, like in the show, and also known as the Showcase of the Immortals. But
Going to the Lego store.
No, what?
The Lego store.
The Lakers store? Okay, never mind. Never mind that, but yeah.
Say on your podcast. Say on your podcast.
Okay, Vlad and Nikki went to the Lakers store. I'm not sure what that means. Maybe it's some kind of a sporting store in Los Angeles. But
And you be Legos.
but yeah, I think it has Legos in it too. Maybe Lego figures of all the legendary Lakers players, including like LeBron James and Kobe Bryant and others. But anyways, this is where. But yeah, let me know in the comment section right down below. And also the last part. And also about. And also.
You almost made me fall.
I'm not making you fall.
Whoa.
I'm trying to make sure you don't fall. But anyways, Assassinate. And the back to the topic of the Women's World Championship. Like, have you seen if there's any can you let me finish? You can tell Uncle SNA as soon as he gets the anyways
No,
like.
Julian.
But anyways, Assassinator. And back to what I was saying earlier. Do you with the changing of the perks with Dirty Dominic being an extra exclusive with the Women's World Championship? Do you want to see him be replaced by somebody? Okay, just for a second, Trey. You excuse me for a moment. Anyways, do you want to see Dirty Dominic be replaced with a more handsome guy? If a certain particular female wrestler did ever came back to WWE and then maybe win the Women's World Championship, and then maybe we could see a replacement with somebody more handsome and more stylish and colorful, if that's the right terms to use. Let me know down in the comment section right down below. But I guess that'll be it for now, Assassinators. That was your wildest and intriguing news and rumors that you Assassinators need to know. And let me know which one was your favorite out of this list. And if I had to pick one, I'll say with LA Knight, explaining what his character, his persona got him into. We sometimes even get him into trouble. Along with John Cena's announcement that he will indeed competing at the Men's Royal Rumble match, I guess you could say. I'll say those are the two best ones, and I hope that this is going to be the best run John Cena is ever going to be competing in his career, from the last 22 years, which is about to be 23 by June of 2025. And man, his debut is exactly the same age as a guy that I know. Perhaps I'm seeing him right now. But yeah, that'll be it for now, Assassinators, and I hope y'all enjoy. Please make sure it's a big thumbs up button and hit the subscribe, post notification bell. If so, for more SNA videos, make sure to check out my Friday Night SmackDown review video, which we're going to be talking about two big championship matches, which is going to be the Women's Championship match between the champ and Women's Crown Jewel Champion. Oh, not Crown. No, that's Liv Morgan. I mean, Queen of the Ring. That's the accolade she won in Saudi Arabia, but back 6 months ago. The Queen of the Ring and WWE Women's Champion Nia Jax will defend her WWE Women's Championship against Naomi. And who do you think is going to win that match? Let me know in the comments down below, which we probably already guessed. And also, what is your thoughts on what are your thoughts on that match? Who do you think is going to end up to pick up the victory, and what reason and what cost is going to be the reason why they're going to walk out as champion on tonight's SmackDown? And also, we also got the WWE Tag Team Championships going to be on the line, which is the Motor City Machine Guns, Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin, taking on the Street Profits, Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins. And who do you think is going to be the winners of this match? And walking out of there is the double straps and in the face of the WWE Tag Team division. Let me know about that as well, along with me talking about AEW Rampage, and I'm going to tell you who exactly won their matches, or who's going to be making their appearance tonight in a match. Who's going to be appearing tonight for a match. I was pre-taped this past Wednesday at Bridgeport, Connecticut. And who's going to be walking out victorious on this show as well, with those matches going to be on the card. That's going to be coming on right after SmackDown goes off the air. Yeah, just let me know what's going to be turning up. And And on these shows on Friday and on Friday with SmackDown and Rampage comes on. But yeah, I guess that's gonna be all for today, Assassinators, and I'll see you guys on the next video. And I hope y'all have a fun rest of your Friday afternoon. And I'll see you guys with some more SNA content until we meet again. Super Ninja Austin out of here. Bye bye, my Assassinators. Y'all take care and have a super awesome day. And I'll see you guys soon. Bye bye.